Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Naufal Ikhsan. My metric number is 29131. So today I would like to present about our project to demonstrate the flow of our projects. So for the first one, if the user haven't created the account yet, so they can go to the register here. For example, and for example, the password is 123. Register. Okay, the user has registered successfully, and then we go to the login page, and we type the account. And if the user uh, type a wrong password, like 234, like they can go to forgot password, which is and type their email address. If so, the code is the code is identifying which is it existing the existing email or not. So since it is existing, so it responds like this. Then type a new password, which is 234 is a password. After the password reset successfully, it moves directly to the login page again. And type the same 234. Then this is our dashboard, which is it has home, login, section, and logout. So for the weather dashboard is look like this. If we type weather, for example, this, and it track on the log interaction, which is the access weather dashboard 759, and also the calendar dashboard. This is the API calendar dashboard. You can search the Indonesian calendar for the public holidays and the others. And also it tracks country Indonesia, and the last one is diet recipe, which is we can search with recipe that we want to make. Example, chicken. Then this is chicken, and also track on the log interactions, like the doctor mentioned. So that's all for the follow of our project. So I will explain for the code.
So this is our database part. So on the user table, it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns, which is ID, username, password to file, which is created at an email. And for the password is encrypted, so the admin cannot see the password, cannot see the user password. So this is for the user interaction database, which is the log for the user, as you mentioned that this is the required for the project, and this is the password reset. So we can identify which user that they recover their password. So thank you. That's all for my part. So we get the number ID label listener. And this is the login input for the login input value, password, and the others. This is for fetch the data. We use the method of post. And then this is the also so the user can either use login, can either use username or email. So this is for the password, and this is for the if else. If the user input the correct account, input the correct password and username, this is if not. And this is for the forgot password form, the same as like the login button, which is we fetch the data into the forgot password of the PHP to connect to the database, and we use method post. And this is for the login HTML, and I will explain for the register HTML. So this is for the register HTML. If the user haven't made the account yet, this is the UI, CSS, and this is for the JavaScript. In JavaScript, as same as like before for the login part. For the login, the register button is getting the value from the username, input button, email, password, and message. and we fetch to the register PHP. Use username, email, and password. So this is for the get register, and this is for the database.php. Is to connect between the PHP to the PHP my admin. So I use the password of root because I'm using Laragon. So, it requires to use password, which is this is the root, and let's forget password to PHP. Oh, and if the user presses the password and they don't have the email one, so it will search the email not found. It will declare the email not found, and this is for the code. And also this for the we are using the post method. This is the query. Okay, that's all for my part for the login and register, and also for the password. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ganang Abimanyu, 291173, and now I will do my part, which are the dashboard, the weather dashboard, and also the login direction. As you guys can see, this is our design, where we have three APIs, which is the weather dashboard, calendar dashboard, and also the recipe. And in the top corner, you guys can see we have home button here, login direction, and also logout. Okay, now let's jump to the weather dashboard, which is my part. Okay, here is like the first design you see before you enter the city, which city you want to in. For example, I want to add Jakarta. Here we have three value here for the location Jakarta, which is from Indonesia. Here, also the temperature, and also the condition here. The condition here described as a string like this, yes, and also like this for the humidity in percent. Okay, and then when we press home, let's go back to the main dashboard, and then you guys can see here the log interaction. This one API name weather API, which is this is the last API that I use. It is for the interaction log. Access the weather dashboard, date and time. It is right now. This is the pagination. You can see. We home again. And turn back to the dashboard. Okay. And now let's jump to the code. Let me change first. Okay, for the first, this is the log interaction. We use PHP. Here we include our database, and then we need to start the session. This is the code for make suring the user is authenticated or not. Okay, so this function is to log the interaction. This is also for the log interaction, but for the details, if the details are present. So this is the executed line. Also, this is simple for pagination query for interaction. This is fetch interaction with pagination. So like append the data into the log. This is the structure of our HTML. Here we use table, as you can see here, and then this is just for adding the new HTML element where the process is start. Simple like that. And this is for the pagination. Okay, now let's move to weather.php. This is the weather. Yeah, we use PHP. Also, start the session. Check first if the user is present or not. And then this is the HTML file. This is the CSS. We make it in one file in PHP also. Yeah, this is basically just a simple HTML. This one is input text black text field for inputting the city. Now, let's go to the script. This is our API key. We stored in the weather API key variable. And then this is the weather container, which is where we can get the city here. This one. Okay, and then this is the city search where user input the city. So our process begin when user hit the enter button in the city search. Okay, this is the main function which is fetching the data. We put London here as the first city when user go to our dashboard. Here we embed our location and weather API key to this link where we can get the wanted output. Here, this is the HTML where if the process happen and success, this is the executed code, which is the HTML. Like we add a new design. This is the function for get weather icon. This is a simple one. And then yeah, mostly our PHP weather is simple as like this. This one is for logging to store in the database where user already interact with our file. And then now I will go to the now let's jump into the landing page or the index.html. This is this simple one. We also use CSS here, separated one in here, style CSS. This is simple CSS. That it's quite long for design. So also we use Bootstrap also. Here the Seagate, which is our application. This is the navigation bar, as you guys can see in the top, which is there is a home, there is log interaction, and there is log out. This one. So this is the main part, which is you have three dashboard, right? Like, oh sorry, this one is the navbar. As you can see, it is href the index.html, log interaction PHP, and also log out PHP. This one is the main, where just like a simple introduction for here. This one, as you can see, which is our dashboard here. As you can see, weather dashboard. It is href to weather PHP. Calendar dashboard is href to calendar PHP, and that href dashboard is also href to the PHP. Yeah, this is simple like that. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Salsabila Khairunisa. My matric is 290-267, and I'm going to explain my part. My part is calendar dashboard and diet and recipe dashboard. Now we're going to calendar dashboard. In calendar dashboard, we can see month. The user can see previous month, the next month. Like now in January, also the user can choose the country like Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. For example, we choose Indonesia. In Indonesia, we have a few public holidays like a session of Prophet Muhammad, Lunar New Year's, and after that, for example, we choose Thailand and we click home. We can see the log interaction. This is what the user choose. Every user input will appear in here. And we went to home. Now we're going to diet and recipe dashboard. In here, the user can input the ingredients what they want. Example, chicken. For cuisine, we can choose like Asian or Italian, whatsoever. After that, we can search, and this the user can view all the recipe. The user can also see the calories, like this, for example, 587 calories. The user can view the recipe, the description, the ingredients, equipment, instruction, price breakdown, also the nutritional information. Same like previous, the user can see the log interaction. For example, this we can see that the ingredients that user already input. Okay, now we'll see our code. This is calendar.php. In here, we can see if the session is start. This one is check if the user is already logged in or not. If the user is not logged in, this will go here. And then this is our CSS. We have many CSS buttons. Now this is our API key. This is for the update holidays. Now this one is very important. This one is to fetch the calendar API. This one is to get the user ID from the PHP, and this one is the function to log in and to log the user interaction. After that, this is the function is to update the country and log interaction. After that, this to log the country selection interaction. This one is to update the calendar. This one is to initialize the calendar, and this one the script is to initialize tp.js tooltips. And then we want to see the diet.php. This is to start the session. This is to check if the session is start. This is our CSS. Okay, this one is for the log interaction. And this is our API key. And this one is really important. This one is to fetch the API keys and to fetch the API for diet.php. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.